Today's video is sponsored by Seek. Seek has some very interesting partnerships with Universal Music Group, T-Mobile, and Apple, including rights to live performances with top-tier artists. If you're interested in joining their ICO, the first week of their pre-sale will start on February 5th and February 12th. In the first week, you can get a 30% bonus. For the second week, that'll be from February 13th to February 18th, with a 20% bonus. If you're interested in checking out Seek and joining their ICO, I'll have a link to them in the top line of the description of this video. Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. Today I'm going to be going over Rayblock's, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vertcoin, Monero, Omisego, Lisk, Cardano, and IOTA, all of those in a technical analysis on TradingView in that order in just a second. Other than that, if you're interested in monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities or 5 high return cryptocurrencies for your 2018 portfolio, you can find both those things in my premium content, and I'll have a link to that in the description of this video. I'm actually going to release a new buying opportunity today, so if you're interested in joining, now would be a great time. And other than that, if you want to start trading altcoins, go check out Binance. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. Let's get started with the general update here for what's going on with the market today. And if we take a look, we're seeing a lot of green right now. So it looks like cryptocurrencies are finally starting to bounce a little bit. And I think this may be the beginning of the recovery, right? Now, things might jump up to the previous highs where we were previously right away. That could always happen if things go great, but I think that slowly but surely here, a lot of these cryptocurrencies found their footing after consolidating a bit, and over the next couple weeks, slowly but surely, even if that's in a little bit more of a horizontal manner, we'll move back to at least getting closer to where they were previously, right? Which is a great thing because they definitely took a pretty big hit here. The positive thing about that is that it reset everything to a more normal playing field, right? Now, big movers today, Bitcoin doing good, up 6%, Ethereum up around 10%, Cardano, Stellar, EOS, Neo all up around 15% here. And if we look throughout the market, right, a lot of cryptocurrencies doing really good today, finally getting some nice bounce. We're going to go ahead and start the technical analysis off with Rayblock. Now, Rayblock is in a little bit of a particular situation here compared to the rest of the market because it's going through some drama, I guess you could say. I mean, basically it has a lot of pending issues with exchanges for one, but really it's in a very transitional phase right now. And I'm still bullish on XRP, but I do think that it has a lot of pressure from several factors right now. And there's some whales dumping as well recently. So just a lot of downside pressure on the price, and that may not stop just yet, right? What happened this morning was BitGrail announced, that's one of the bigger exchanges for XRP, announced that it was going to require everybody to verify their account. And what that means is that a lot of people will have their funds kind of locked up there until they verify their account. The problem with that is that the verification process on their website is actually pretty lengthy, right? It can take weeks. So that kind of scared off the market there a little bit for Rayblock, and it saw this dump this morning all the way down to, let's see, the low was 106,000 Satoshis. We did bounce pretty nicely from there. Now, currently, we're pulling back a little bit. The positive thing about all of this is we're now back above the yellow line and the red line, which is a good sign. I'm talking about the moving averages here. I'll go ahead and zoom in just a bit, zoom in on the price here. But that's those two moving averages right here. Unfortunately, though, there's still a lot of pending issues right now with Rayblock, which could mean that people will start to lose patience. And I mean, really, that's what we've seen already over the past couple days, people losing patience and start to sell, right? That's kind of the pattern right now. And it may not stop until the dust really settles, until it gets listed on Binance. And at that point, I think it'll slowly but surely start to move back up. Let's go over to Bitcoin now. And Bitcoin is not, fully in the clear. It's not fully out of the woods just yet. It still has to get out of the downtrend line. The good thing, though, is that it looks pretty good right now. As far as the indicators are going, we're uptrending on the histogram, broke out of the downtrend line on the RSI, and we have flattened out on the MACD, even coming back towards that orange line now. So as soon as we get that crossover, that'll be a very bullish signal. And basically, the indicators are looking good. It looks like we're pushing towards the higher range of our symmetrical triangle formation. I think within the next few days, we'll break out of the downtrend line. That could happen already tomorrow. And we should pretty quickly be able to move back up towards $12,788. From there, maybe pull back a little bit, consolidate, but slowly but surely, we really should be moving back towards, our previous levels, right? Back towards $15,000. May not happen right away, but I think over the next few weeks, we'll definitely be moving back towards that. So Bitcoin is obviously kind of leading the market here, and it's looking pretty good. That's obviously a bullish signal there in and of itself, but more importantly, I would say that, like I said, a lot of these cryptocurrencies now have found their footing, and I think the bottom has been put in slowly but surely. I think the recovery is going to start now. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum and see how Ethereum has been acting. So Ethereum is actually maybe even looking a bit better than Bitcoin in a way. The indicators are still a little bit on the weaker side, but we do have some flattening out on the RSI. We still want to break above the downtrend line on the RSI. And really the good thing here with Ethereum is that we broke out of the downtrend line. That's pretty significant, right? That started throughout the beginning of the drop right after the big bull run. We entered this short-term downtrend, and now we finally broke out of that with a pretty clean candlestick. Should be able to hold now. Of course, we do have some pretty strong resistance at $1,094, but overall here, I think within the next week or two, we should already be back towards $1,200. So I'm pretty bullish here on Ethereum. I think that it shouldn't have too much problem getting back to those levels from here. Let's take a look at Litecoin now and see how Litecoin has been doing. It looks like Litecoin is a little bit on the weaker side compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Really, it's just been consolidating a bit more, and we're seeing flatter candlesticks. Now, the indicators are looking pretty good, right? We broke out of the downtrend on the RSI, MACD flattening out a little bit, and uptrending on the histogram. As far as the price action goes, like I said, very flat candlesticks, which means that we're not seeing, that big boost of strength just yet. And what we really want to see is break out of the downtrend line. So I think that will happen as well within the next 2 weeks. But it looks like it may be a little bit slower. As soon as it breaks out, I think it'll get a pretty nice boost back towards $220 pretty quickly from there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ripple now, see what Ripple has been up to. Now, Ripple is consolidating a lot here, right? 4 consolidation candlesticks, very flat consolidation candlesticks. And we're now what looks like moving horizontally out of the downtrend line. Now, that's somewhat of a good thing because you don't always have to see, a big spike to break out of the downtrend, right? Even if it's just kind of horizontal, at least we're out of the downtrend, and that's what matters. So we are now coming back up slowly but surely on that MACD, right? Really nice overextended hook there. And flattening out basically on the RSI, we've got the histogram that's uptrending. What I'd pay attention to is, are we going to start to see, things pick up with more strength once we fully get out of the downtrend line, which I think will happen, in the next few days. And are we going to be able to hold this uptrend line as well? The thing that I just put in here, the short-term uptrend line, that's going to be what's will carry the price hopefully here in the short term and really push it back towards $1.75. That should be achievable. I think it will probably consolidate a little bit there just because we do still have a lot of downside pressure from the middle band. But once it gets stabilized in that area, it should also be ready to move back up higher. Now let's go over to NEO, which is actually one of the cryptocurrencies that has been pretty strong throughout the drop. Of course, it wasn't able to avoid it fully, right? But at least it held its uptrend line. We now move back above the middle band as well. That's at $130. It's the brown line right here. And indicators, we still want to see those kick back up a little bit higher. Looks like we may have broken out of the downtrend line on the RSI. Yes, we have. So that is a bullish signal there. And we're facing some resistance at $139. That's where our previous support level was. I think we'll be able to move back above that pretty soon within the next 2 weeks. Really, I think that NEO is going to be one of the stronger cryptocurrencies at the time being, right? It's been showing, it's been proving itself strong, and I think that's going to continue. So I wouldn't be surprised to see NEO, get back up pretty quickly towards $200 within the next month, maybe 2 at the most. Let's go over now to our next cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, which is going to be Vertcoin, and see if Vertcoin is also experiencing a bounce here. It does look like Vertcoin is experiencing, higher lows here. Now, what I just put in is the short-term uptrend line, and that forms our symmetrical triangle formation right here. So we'll probably continue to trade in this formation until we either break towards the upside or downside. What I have to say though is that Vertcoin, for as much as I've been a little bit bearish on it because it has been weak for quite some time, since a couple days ago it's finally been showing some strength, and really now on the indicators after our pretty lengthy downtrend, even before this whole drop started for all these other cryptocurrencies, Vertcoin is finally starting to look bullish, and the indicators are looking good here, right? We've got finally what looks to be the beginning of a crossover above the orange line on the MACD. Looks like the histogram is going to turn positive, and we're starting to uptrend again on the RSI. Those are all very, very bullish signals. Now we just need to break out of the downtrend line and get back above $5, and we'll pretty much be ready to go back towards $6.33, maybe even get back towards $7 and $8. I think that we can definitely get back towards $6.36, maybe even $7 within the next month. Let's take a look now at Monero and see what Monero has been doing throughout all of this. So Monero is currently consolidating at around $318. Still not looking great on the indicators, trying to flatten out a little bit there. Really, more consolidation can be expected here for Monero, I would say, until we see it either break the $300 support level or the $350 resistance level. Probably just going to see some consolidation here. So not that much to say for Monero. At least it's not extremely weak or anything like that. Actually, I should go ahead and put in the downtrend line over here and maybe the uptrend line as well, which forms a little bit of a symmetrical triangle formation there. We'll have to see what happens, if it's going to break towards the upside or downside. But let's go over now to, let's see, OmiseGO next and see what OmiseGO has been doing. So OmiseGO is now finally finding some strength here after bouncing off that $14 mark, hooking back over on the MACD with quite a bit of strength. Also broke out of the downtrend on the RSI, as you can see right here with this trend line. Those are of course bullish signals, and now we're really kicking into action with some pretty strong green candlesticks. Probably going to test that $20 level again soon within the next few days. We'll have to see if we get back above that. If we do, pretty much going to be back to where we were previously. And I think we will manage. I think that we might struggle a little bit with that $20 mark, pull back a little bit there, but overall we should be getting back above that within the next month. So I'm not too worried about it either way. Let's go over and take a look at Lisk now, see what Lisk has been doing. Looks like Lisk is now consolidating with some flat doji candlesticks after basically horizontally breaking out of the downtrend line, which is fine. Also flattening out on the RSI as well. And that's probably going to continue a little bit more until we finally start to see it pick back some action, move back towards $25. Hopefully this time around we'll actually be able to break and hold above it, right? As it'll be the second time that we're testing that level since the downtrend. Let's take a look now at Cardano and see what Cardano has been doing. So Cardano getting a nice boost of strength here after basically putting in that flat doji candlestick and bouncing off the 5,125 Satoshi level. Now broke out of the downtrend line, which we've actually been waiting for since quite some time now, and it's trying to get back above the middle band. It's trying to get back above the previous uptrend line as well. I think that's actually possible within the next few days. We'll have to see if it really has enough strength to do that. But either way, even if we move a little bit more horizontally, we should be getting back towards 6,263 Satoshis within the next week or two, and really probably within the next month back towards 7,000 Satoshis here. So Cardano looking pretty decent. May take a little bit longer, a little bit more of a slow increase, but if 1 month is getting back to the previous levels, that's still pretty good in my opinion. Let's take a look at, let's see, the final cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, which is IOTA. Now, IOTA is consolidating in its symmetrical triangle formation. That's probably going to continue until it either breaks towards the upside or downside. As far as the indicators go, it seems like it looks like we're trying to break out of the RSI downtrend and not showing that much action, to be honest, here on the indicators. So could go either way, right? These are usually indecision candlesticks, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens for now as far as IOTA is concerned. With that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out my monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities as well as my Twitter account. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.